The first ruling family of early Russia did not come from Slavic roots. They came from Scandinavia. Rurik, born around 830 and dead by 879, ruled Novgorod in what is now Ukraine. He belonged to a steady flow of Viking warriors and traders who traveled the Volga and Dnieper rivers. They sought loot when violent. They sought profit in furs and slaves when peaceful. At that time, the lands later called Russia had no unified ruler. Tribes filled a vast territory. Towns were rare. Novgorod stood out as an exception. Written records from this era are scarce. No one knows for sure how Rurik gained power. One account claims the people of Novgorod hired Viking fighters under Rurik to defeat the Pechenegs. The Pechenegs were formidable. The Vikings proved stronger. After victory, the Vikings returned to Novgorod expecting praise. Instead, conflict broke out between locals and mercenaries. The dispute escalated. The Vikings seized the city and installed Rurik as prince. After Rurik's death, power passed to Oleg, likely his brother-in-law. Oleg expanded Viking control. He subdued nearby tribes and made Kiev his capital. His rule marked the start of centralized authority in Rus. Olga joined this ruling house through marriage to Igor, Oleg's son and successor. As Prince of Kiev, Igor continued campaigns of conquest. He demanded tribute from tribes he could not fully control. The Drevlians were among them. They resisted repeatedly. In 945, they refused to pay. Igor marched to their main town, now Korostan, on the Oges River. Faced with armed force, the Drevlians submitted and paid. On the journey home, Igor reconsidered. He decided the payment was too small. He sent his troops ahead and returned alone to demand more. Without his army, Igor was vulnerable. The Drevlians killed him and buried him hastily. Their leaders then formed a plan. If Olga married their prince Mal, they would rule Kiev. Igor and Olga's son Sviatoslav was young and easy to control. They selected 20 noblemen to present the proposal. Olga received the envoys with courtesy. They told her plainly that they had killed Igor. They claimed he deserved death. They then proposed marriage to Prince Mal. Olga hid her grief and anger. She said the offer pleased her. She asked them to return the next day. After they left, she ordered a deep pit dug near her residence. When the envoys returned, Olga had them seized and thrown into the pit. She asked them how they enjoyed Kiev. They cried that their fate was worse than Igor's. She ordered the pit filled. They were buried alive. Before word reached the Drevlians, Olga sent a message to Mal. She accepted his proposal. She asked him to send the most honored men of his tribe as her escort. Mal believed his plan was succeeding and complied. Olga welcomed the new group warmly. She offered them her bathhouse. Once all were inside, she had the doors sealed and the building set on fire. No one survived. She then sent word to Mal that she was coming to him. She requested a funeral feast for Igor near his grave. She urged Mal to prepare much mead. Near Starostin, she mourned at Igor's burial mound. After the rites, Mal hosted a banquet. He asked about the escort he had sent. Olga replied they were following with Igor's guards. Olga's people served the drink freely. They themselves did not drink. When the guests collapsed in drunken stupor, the men of Kiev drew their weapons and killed them. The primary chronicle claims 5,000 died. The number likely exaggerates. Several hundred deaths remain plausible. Olga was still not finished. She returned to Kiev, reset an army, and marched on Iskarostan. The Drevlians feared her. They offered ransom. She refused. She ordered the city burned. As wooden walls and houses caught fire, residents fled. Many were killed. Survivors were sold into slavery. With Iskarostan destroyed, her vengeance ended. In 954, Olga traveled to Constantinople. The sources give no reason. She may have sought alliance with Emperor Constantine Porphyrogenite. While there, she converted to Christianity. The records give no details of her decision. Her later conduct shows sincerity. Olga asked the emperor to be her godfather. He asked her to marry him. She delayed and suggested he ask again after baptism. Afterward, she refused. Church law barred marriage between godfather and goddaughter. She returned home, Christian, powerful, and independent. Olga built churches in Kievskov and other towns. She tried to convert her people most resisted. Missionaries from Germany were killed. Even her family remained pagan. At her death, her mission seemed to have failed. Her efforts did not end in vain. Her grandson Vladimir completed the work. She began. Russians and Ukrainians honor Olga as the first of Russia to enter the kingdom of God. They call her equal to the apostles for bringing Christianity to their land.